If you want to unlock the secrets to a perfect logo for your small business using AI, I'll have you designing just like a pro in minutes. Now stick around until the end of this video and I'll show you where to grab a free AI prompt that I created to jumpstart your logo inspiration, even if you're not sure where to begin. Now before you start designing, you'll want to understand the 12 core logo design principles, and you must embrace them. And I'll show you how AI can make the entire process effortless. Let's get into it. Designing a logo can feel overwhelming. I get that. But with the right guidance and some AI-powered tools, you can bring your brand's vision to life effortlessly. It's not that hard. Now, let's explore some industry standards that make a logo stand out and how AI can help you achieve each and every one. First up is simplicity. A great logo is simple and it's easy to recognize and free from unnecessary clutter. It's all about elimination. The goal is for people to understand your brand at a single glance. You have 2 seconds to capture their attention. And AI can generate design options that simplify complex ideas and make clean visuals. Think of famous logos like Nike or even Apple. Their simplicity is what makes those logos so memorable. AI can help you refine your ideas by filtering out extra elements to generate a minimalist design. Speaking of memorable, Nike and Apple are memorable. And memorality is another key ingredient in the whole process. Your logo should leave a lasting impression on anyone who sees it. Remember that 2-second rule? AI can help you brainstorm unique designs by generating various visual concepts. You can experiment with different shapes and symbols and fonts to find a logo that truly is one of a kind, something people will remember instantly, and that is the goal. Here's one that everybody struggles with. It's an important one for your logo to be unique and original. A generic logo can get lost among the millions of competitors that are out there. With AI, you can generate hundreds of variations and fine-tune them to create a distinctive look that sets your brand completely apart from everybody else. Let me show you our design process right here at Diamond AI Media Group, because I know that when you see how we do it, you'll understand. Okay, so I'm involved in a video game project right now where I am actually designing the logo and the pitch deck and all the marketing materials for a brand new historically accurate video game that's going to be released sometime next year. And so when we were developing the logo, this is how the process went. This is how we started the whole thing. So I began by making sketches of different designs. Now, after I had a conversation with the client, I knew that they wanted some sort of a logo that represented both sides of the battle. The name of the video game is called The Siege of Jerusalem 70 CE. And it's about one particular battle that happened a very long time ago between ancient Jewish soldiers and ancient Roman soldiers. And we wanted the logo to kind of convey action. We wanted to kind of convey both sides as equals. We wanted to convey the different wardrobe that each side had. And we kind of wanted all of that to encompass in a logo. So when you have conversations with a client, it's important to really get in their head, ask probing questions, and find out exactly what their vision is, how the logo is going to be used, what it's going to be used for, and all kinds of things like that. So it's really important to have that conversation with your client first. So once we have that information, we began sketching. And so we kind of wanted to represent both sides. And as you can see here, the Jewish soldier, which is on the right-hand side of the screen, has some sort of I'm not sure what that was. That was just something we were sketching, some sort of a sphere. And then a sword for the Roman soldier, which is on the left side of the screen. And that led us to having them look at each other. I didn't kind of like the way that it was separated before. I thought maybe if they were looking at each other that it would be more impactful, and indeed it was. You can see here. And we began looking at the positioning of the arms, the strength of the arms. We kind of wanted to show strength on both sides, and we kind of wanted to show them as adversaries but yet equal in doing so. And then we thought about, well, what about some action sequences, you know? What about having them fight? Because it is a video game, and it's a historically accurate video game, so we wanted to show some action. But the client didn't like this, and neither did I really. I didn't think that this was going in the right direction. So from here, we took the concept of this right here, and we turned it into a black and white section, and I'm going to show that to you right now. Okay, so we took that sketch and now we have to translate it into black and white, because logos have to be crisp and clean, and they need to look just as good in black and white as they do in color, because sometimes you'll be using your logo in different formats. And so we came up with this idea, and now I knew we were on the right track, but something still wasn't right. The negative space was talking too much, and it was telling a bigger story than what it really needed to. And as a designer and as a producer, it's my job to make sure that the logo conveys a story and conveys the right message that we want for this. And now in this next sketch, you're going to see how we close that gap. Okay, now it's time to start adding details and really looking at the fine minutia of the logo. And so the client had mentioned to me that he loved the direction that this was going into, but he felt that the Roman soldier on the left, you could see more of their wardrobe, and it was kind of more important looking than the Jewish soldier. And so we did some research, and we found out that back in 70 CE, one of the things that the Jewish soldiers used was something called a Jewish talad, which you can see in the reference photo up here in the corner right here. You can see this talad, and it's blue and white, and it has stripes. And that is historically significant for many, many reasons I don't want to get into right here. But we knew we were going to have to add that and throw that over the shoulder of the soldier here. And so let's keep going, and I'm going to show you what that looked like. Okay, so now that we kind of had the idea of what it's going to look like, I felt like that it really needed some sort of a frame. And I came up with the idea of using the Jewish Wailing Wall in Jerusalem as a sort of a frame. So we went and researched it, and we found out that it was these bricks that looked something similar to this, and we created this frame around it. And then we added the logo, or the text, which is the Siege of Jerusalem 70 CE. We added that right here down at the bottom, and now we're beginning to form a more clear picture of what story it is that we're telling, what message it is that we're conveying. And you can see we've added the Jewish talad over the shoulder, but it just still didn't feel right to me. There was still something that was missing, and it was still hard to tell that that wasn't just a cape. And I wanted something that kind of resonated a little bit more and came out with color. So let's take a look at the next section, and you'll see what that looks like. Okay, so I was driving down the street in Las Vegas one day, and I looked up and saw a Kentucky Fried Chicken logo. It was a big sign that was right outside the restaurant. And I was thinking about this logo, and I was thinking about color design and the color palette. What kind of colors should we use? What was historically accurate? All those kind of things. And I just happened to see KFC. I was at a stoplight, and for some reason I just kept looking at the color palette. And I realized that it was black, reds, maroons, all of those kind of colors, that kind of camo green color. And so we started playing around with it. And I liked the color. I thought that it looked really good on the Roman side, but on the Jewish side, something just wasn't right. It still needed something more. So let's check out what we came up with. And so here's the final logo with color. And you can see all the detail that we have put into it. My team and I really worked hard on this logo. We're very proud of it. It's going to look great on the cover of this video game. And I want to point out some details that you might not notice. We're using the negative space to create depth in the logo. So you'll notice the highlighted shadows and the background. There's the Jewish Talmud. You can see now that it clearly looks like it's thrown over the shoulder, which is historically accurate. That's the way that it should be. And we have the Jewish Wailing Wall around it. We have the actual Wailing Wall behind the whole logo. And then we've added the 70 CE. So the Siege of Jerusalem, 70 CE, this is a great video game. This video game is going to be played in universities and all kinds of places where they teach about this particular battle. It was a very, very significant battle a very long time ago, and it's going to make an incredible video game. And now it has a logo that is worthy of this game because you can see the details, you can see the depth, the attention, you can see the story, you can see the tension between the two soldiers, and yet both soldiers look equal. And so I wanted to show all of this to you because it's this level of thinking and attention to detail that creates great logos. Now, AI, of course, will help you with inspiration. It'll help you be inspired, and you can start your journey with AI, but you're never going to get a completed logo yet. Not in the current form of AI. Maybe in a few months or maybe a year or so, there will be technology that will create a perfect logo for you every time. But I have not found that to be the case. So we use AI to start the inspiration process. And then once we come up with a concept or a path, I like to call it a rabbit hole, that we're going to go down, at that point, we then begin using our traditional design skills to be able to manufacture and create the final logo. Next up is scalability. Your logo should look great at any size, from a tiny business card to a massive billboard. AI design platforms can help you test scalability, so you know your logo won't lose clarity or impact no matter where it's displayed. Versatility is also crucial. You want a versatile logo. Your logo should work across different contexts, whether in color or black and white, or on different materials like digital print or even merchandise. Look, I've got my own merchandise right here. AI tools can help stimulate your logo and show you different formats, different colors to help you create something that's versatile enough to fit every single application. Now, your logo should also have current relevance. It needs to reflect your brand's identity, values, and the industry that you're in. Those are three critical things. For example, a tech startup logo will look different from a luxury fashion brand. You see what I mean? AI tools can help align your design with the values and the aesthetics that resonate with your target audience, ensuring it's relevant and speaks directly to them. That's critical if you want to make sales. One of the most challenging aspects of logo design is achieving timelessness. Now, you want your logo to endure, not to become outdated as trends change, as they inevitably will. AI can show you how different designs might age, helping you to avoid trendy elements that might not stand the test of time. Lots of people overlook that. A timeless logo keeps your brand looking fresh and relevant for many years to come. Another essential factor is balance and proportion. A balanced logo feels harmonious and it's visually appealing. AI tools can suggest optimal spacing and alignment, making sure that every element in your logo has a natural flow and balance to it. This gives your logo a professional and polished look. Then there's color psychology, one of my favorites. Now, colors evoke emotions, and they play a powerful role in how your brand is actually perceived. Have you ever thought about that? It's true. AI can suggest color combinations that match the feelings that you want your brand to convey, whether it's trust, excitement, or elegance. Now, choosing the right colors helps your logo speak directly to your audience's emotions. This is critical. Adaptability is the key. Your logo should translate well across different styles like 3D, flat, line art, depending on the context in which it's going to be used. AI design tools allow you to test how your logo looks in various styles, ensuring it's adaptable and versatile for any situation. If your logo includes text, clear typography is essential. The font should be legible and match the brand's tone. AI can suggest font pairings that suit your brand's personality, whether it's playful, modern, traditional, whatever it might be. This makes your logo text easy to read at a glance, and that's critical. And lastly is storytelling. A great logo often tells a story, conveying something unique about the brand's mission or values. With AI, you can experiment with subtle symbols or hidden meanings that add depth to your logo. Did you ever think about that? Let me give you an example. The FedEx logo has an arrow hidden between the E and the X, a clever touch symbolizing speed and efficiency. Think about it. To get started with your logo design journey, we're giving you a free AI prompt to inspire your ideas. Now, this prompt is based on the industry standards that we just covered, helping you design a logo that's simple, memorable, scalable, and relevant for many years to come. To get the free prompt, just click on the Community tab right here on our YouTube channel. That's where you'll find it. Don't miss out on this valuable resource, and remember, AI can be an incredible tool for creating and crafting a logo that truly represents your brand. Now, if all of this seems so daunting for you, give us a call here at Diamond AI Media Group, and we'll craft the perfect design for your small business. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like for more AI-driven business insights.